I think it's a bit of a coincidence that Roger Stone was suing Twitter for shadow banning or suspending his account completely unfairly for no reason, and then suddenly he was arrested in the Mueller investigation. He was swept up in the witch hunt, and now he suddenly can't sue Twitter again. No one can sue big tech, can they? Everyone's getting bullied, disproportionately shadow banned, and just eviscerated and eradicated completely from the platforms, and that's what they want. They want us to leave those platforms, go to our own platforms, so they've won. Because then they've created their echo chamber, their leftist echo chamber, their globalist echo chamber. It's not even about the left. And if you think globalism is tolerance, then you need to learn about the inequality that it's grown. You need to learn about the terrorism that it's grown and the outsourcing of jobs and the just inequality in general and the fact that there's an age of austerity, which conservatives don't believe in because, we're just living within our means, aren't we? No, it's a globalist imposed age of austerity. It was written about by Henry Kissinger. If you believe the Tory lie that there's no austerity, then there's no helping you. It was a globalist mandate, it's a globalist agenda, and if you are opposed to globalism, then you should be opposed to austerity. You should be in support of prosperity from the bottom, where the workers are a productive workforce, providing for those above rather than austerity from the top, and everyone being a slave and trapped underneath. The future of big tech is lawsuits. Diet injections and injunctions, as Bertrand Russell said. That is their future. It's unsustainable, the path they're on right now. They are bullying, disproportionately, silencing, targeting, doxing, harassing, death-threatening, and allowing all kinds of things like that to go ahead, whilst censoring people for social transgressions, or political correctness, or dead naming, or misgendering. The snowflakes need protecting, but the ordinary everyday patriots can be bullied and intimidated, silenced, pushed away. Oh, and if you complain about your treatment, you get called a snowflake by the snowflakes. Oh, isn't that doubly ironic? Because I've seen leftists actually saying, the snowflakes are complaining that Twitter was censoring them. The snowflakes are complaining that Facebook was shadow banning them. That's not snowflake behaviour. That is actually calling out your enslavement. That is calling out the gulag that we now live in that we didn't sign up to when we signed the terms of conditions and terms of services. None of us signed up to a gulag. We were all ambushed by this trajectory, and all the social media companies, YouTube, from Patreon, PayPal, Twitter, Facebook, etc., they're all synchronised in censoring conservatives, or anti-globalists, certainly. And they're synchronised in doing it illegally. It's a crime, it's lawless, but the law is now lawless. We need to control big tech, and Trump could do it with an executive order, but he refuses to so far. He could also open a special counsel into Hillary's Uranium One, the biggest scandal that America's ever had, or the world has ever had, selling Russia all America's, nuclear material. That's not a big story. And Trump doesn't consider that worthy of investigating and opening a special counsel. What? Is Trump really bought and paid for? He obviously is. So to summarise, this incarnation of big tech is on its last legs. It's limp. And certainly limp-wristed. And it's not just going to target conservatives. It's going to target anti-war people and genuine left-wing activists, which people like Owen Jones won't be happy with. And when it affects them, when it affects the media darlings, when the social media censorship and the censorship from big tech affects the media darlings, then it'll be unsustainable. But if it only targets conservatives and wacists and people who like Tommy and Brexit, then it probably won't be. Meanwhile, Twitter openly admitted they can change the algorithm to alter the news that you get. The moments that they generate, they put it from a certain perspective. It always has to be from a quote-unquote left-wing perspective, which isn't actually left-wing, but is anti-globalist. It's still corporatist, is everything else. Actually left-wing people don't like global corporatism. That's a little fact. Mind you, liberals used to be liberal. Now they're illiberal. That's why there is more of a taboo in my echo chamber and the people I talk to with being called left-wing than being called right-wing now. The media tries to say that, right-wing racists and people, and the police, everyone in this country, every police force is geared around the far right. Everyone's going after the far right. Well, people are more scared of being called left because left-wing people have lost their minds. They're lunatics. They act like complete idiots. They don't have any logic, they don't have any arguments, they just react and they just project, and all the things that they say we do, we're the ones with facts, we're the ones with logic. It's well known. That's why people are ashamed to call themselves leftists now. But they're not ashamed to call themselves right-wing, despite the police, despite the media.